Just wanted to show you where we were at with this, but also wanted to ask for your forgiveness. Excuse the clutter. I'm getting ready to start another video that you guys are really going to enjoy. Smoked pork belly burnt ends. And they're going to be candied. And you're going to really dig this. All right, I always forget something, and as you can clearly see, I just looked down at the floor and realized that my microphone was not plugged in, so please forgive me. We'll pick up where we left off. I've already cubed 3 of those pieces. I'm going to cube the 4th, and we'll come back. We'll fast forward through this, and I'll show you the process. I'm glad I actually noticed that. Okay, so we finished that. As you can see, I've got beautiful cubes of pork belly that I'm trying to individually separate, and then we were going to liberally season with one of my favorite spices. It's a bulk spice that Clubhouse makes. It's called Garlic Plus, and I use it on everything. But when I say liberally seasoned, I mean liberally seasoned. We want this on everything, every piece, every nook, every cranny. Get back in there. And then we're going to get it on the smoker. I know it looks like a lot, but trust me. You want this on every nook and cranny because it's going on the smoker for initially 2 to 2.5 hours at 275. And then we're going to take it out and put it in a little tinfoil pan with some brown sugar and some butter and some, my dog just ran into my light. Some brown sugar, some butter, and some honey, and some apple juice, and believe it or not, we're going to use, for the finishing sauce, we're going to use apple juice, barbecue sauce, Frank's hot sauce seasoning, not the liquid, and apricot jelly or apricot jam. Pork and apricot are good friends. Grab yourself some Frank's seasoning, or not, it's what I like, liberally. We'll get that all over them as well. All right, now once you've got them well coated, you want to get yourself something like this. And I have a it's kind of like a cookie tray, but it's got handles, so it's really handy. And we are going to arrange these guys on here. And we'll of course fast forward through this as well. Let's wash up and head downstairs, and we'll get the smoker fired up and bring you back for that. All right, so I started my charcoal chimney. It's about half full of lump charcoal. You can use briquettes. I like charcoal, whatever you got on hand. And I'm going to get that into a white hot ash, dump it out, put my my grill on top, get the pork going, and I'll bring you back for that. Stay hungry. All right, so I've got a solid 325 degrees rocking on right now. Very, very hot day today, and of course on my deck here I'm sheltered from all sides except the front facing here by all my trees, and it's so hot. I apologize for that noise. It's the garbage truck coming. Please bear with me. All right, so I've got my pork belly, I've got my smoker, I've got my handy smoking tube full of pecan pellets that I showed you in the bacon video. I'm sorry about the truck noise. Add this right like so. And I'm going to put these on here, just like that. Slide that in there. And like I said, I've got heat. I've got my charcoal on this side, my pellets on this side, and indirect, and I've got a tinfoil tray underneath to catch the juice, so I don't have any flare-ups or flame-ups. Close the lid. Check back in 2.5 hours. Stay hungry, folks, and whew, on a day like today, stay cool. I am going inside. We'll check with you later. All right, we are roughly the 1 hour mark. I'm maintaining around 300 degrees. It's a little bit hotter than I wanted. I was aiming for 275, but we will deal with it. Take a look at this. I'm gonna see if I can pull this out into the sunshine. Wow. Amazing. I've got my smoke generator going on over there. Charcoal fire offset. I've already spun these around once. And like I said, we're at the 1 hour mark. Maintain for another hour or so, and then we're going to sauce them up, put them in a tinfoil pan, cover them with tinfoil, and bring them back down here to the smoker for another hour or two, just to caramelize. I bet your mouths are watering now, aren't they? Stay hungry, folks. All right, we're back. As if this doesn't look good enough just the way it is, we're going to, hi mama, we're going to transfer them into this dish, and then we're going to cover them with foil. And we're going to cover them with brown sugar. Is this still too hot to touch? No, yeah, a little bit. Cover them with brown sugar, add some butter. And I've got my fan going behind me because it's so hot today, so it's going to blow my tinfoil around. But let's just move this stuff into here. Don't you guys worry, I won't forget about you. I never do. All right. So I'm just going to turn my fan off so it doesn't blow my tinfoil off my workspace here. Okay, so that was just a bit of a catch the grease. All right, so look at that. I can't wait to. Okay. Excuse me, only gonna get better. Cubed up my butter and kept it in the fridge so it keeps staying nice and cold because it's so hot today. It's, gosh, it's 32 degrees Celsius out there. That's hot. All right, so I'm just going to liberally cover these. Now we're just going to dab the butter in here all over the place. I shouldn't have, in hindsight, I shouldn't have stirred up my pork belly pieces because I just knocked all of the sugar off them. So what I'm going to do now, that I wouldn't have done had I not just stirred them all up, is come back in 15 minutes or so when this is all caramelized and just toss it in that stuff and then cover it back up. Give me a second to wash up here. All right, so I've already got a piece of tinfoil ready to go here. I had to double it up because it wasn't quite wide enough. Forgive the noise on my microphone, I'll get this done quickly. You can hear my timer going off. All right. Back to the barbecue. Stay hungry. All right, time flies when you're having fun. 2 hours on the smoker initially. And then we added brown sugar, butter, and I forgot to show you we added a drizzle of honey as well. Honey from my brother-in-law's farm. And now what we're going to do is we're going to, a little bit warm, we're going to take this juice off here because otherwise it's going to be too much. So we just get a little bowl here. And I think what I'm going to do is just take a slotted spoon and just remove these guys from this pan and drain that juice off. Oh boy. Whew. Smell, if you could smell this, oh my God. Candied, excuse me, candied pork nuggets. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put these back in here. And I'm going to liberally brush them with the sauce that I made. And that was apricot jam. I think it was quarter of a cup. A tablespoon of Frank's Red Hot Sauce. Was a quarter of a cup of apple juice. And a full cup of barbecue sauce. You choose your favorite. Mine happens to be honey garlic today. And then, so what we're going to do is we're going to paint this up. And then we're just going to toss it. Make sure all these guys get some that sugar-coated barbecue love on them. And I think that's pretty good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cover them back up. No, sorry. I'm not going to cover them back up. They're going to head straight back to the barbecue, which is still hot. Smoke is finished. And then we're just going to caramelize these up a bit, and then we'll come back for a taste test. Pretty sure you won't be disappointed even though you can't taste them. Oh gosh, all right, having too much fun today. Coming back in a minute. Well, we're back. Grand total of, let me see, 2 hours on the smoker, about 300-ish degrees for 2 hours, like I said. Then we brought it off and we liberally covered it in brown sugar, butter, and some farm fresh honey, which I forgot to show you, but that came from my brother-in-law's farm. Thank you, Lindsay and Kathleen. Then we put it back on the smoker, or barbecue at this point, covered for another hour. And then we brought that off again and drained all of that sugary, fatty, juiciness off. And then made up a slurry of Frank's hot sauce, apricot jam. Sorry about the motorcycles. I told you before, I live in the country on a really twisty road and it's very popular with motorcycles. Apple juice and your choice of barbecue sauce. And put it back on the smoker for another 15 minutes just to let it caramelize. And this is the finished product, folks. And let me tell you, I wish you could taste this. It is unbelievable. Oh my God. So, I'm sorry. Down the hatch. So like I always say, down in the bottom right-hand corner of this video, you see an icon of my logo. If you hover your mouse over that, that's the subscribe button. And I really appreciate your support with a subscription and a thumbs up on this video. And if you have any comments or questions, comment below. Your support is very important to me because it validates what I'm doing as far as Google is concerned. I need a grand total of 1,000 subscribers. I've got 173. Thank you very much to those of you that have subscribed, but please, for the rest of you, hit that subscribe button. And I also need a grand total of 4,000 hours of watch time. I've got about 250 right now. Thanks very much for coming out. Thanks very much for staying with me. And see you next week with another video. Stay hungry.